Hello and welcome, I am Patchworth, your game clown, once again, and we are going to continue our tutorial for Awesomenauts with the next level, which is Sorona? Sorona? Sorona, I love how I didn't actually mention this, but there is a little detail about the lore of this particular world in front of each one of the different levels. One thing that you will find when you go to the Awesomenauts main page is there is quite a bit of lore behind all of the game. It really is kind of like an 80s and early 90s cartoon, and each one of the characters has a backstory, a reason for being a member of the Awesomenauts, which is essentially a space A-team. And everything from, it's a fine hive of scum and villainy, honestly. Quite a few ne'er-do-wells hide out as Awesomenauts. Each one has their own reason for being a member, and they definitely explore a whole bunch of unusual and fun worlds. You know what I just noticed here? They do have also some details about the kind of creeps and a little mini map of everything right there on the main page here. Excuse me. Now, this one I know we've had some fun with. Actually, you might not have seen those episodes yet, but well, anyway, let's just continue with Sorona, and I'll sort of show you how this one works. And we're going to bring on our friend Voltar once again, and you know what? Looking at the same skin is a little boring after a while, so why don't we give him a little bit of a peppy job with the Voltar Disco. Oh yeah. I love this skin. The cool thing about this, and unfortunately since I've got the sound off, you won't be able to hear it, but his healing tank is actually a disco ball, which plays disco music when you use it. It's amazing! Oh! Alright, let's just get on with this. Alright, and I'm going to show you real quick the drop pattern for here. I'm pretty good at it. Whoop! Those asteroids always get me a little confused. Okay, welcome to Sorona. Our friend the worm. I hate you, worm. You're dead to me. You're dead, you hear me? Dead to me. Okay, same setup. You drop over here. You've got your store. Bling. Bling, bling. Okay. You got your base set up right here on the bottom. And like all the other levels, our little springboard, pop right there. Now, you'll be seeing this a lot. This is where the creeps are, right here above. So when you first pop up, you get sprung onto this platform. When you drop down, boom, you've got a couple of platforms right here, and you have first of your turrets. Now, this one's actually set up as a reverse version of AI Station 404. You've got your one on the top, you got your one on the bottom, with a little springboard here to pop you up to the top. And those both converge on these paths to a little med pack here and one turret defending the base. You can actually destroy one of the turrets and still attack the base, so you can ignore one altogether, unlike the other options for that. Our hidden area for here is right there, and this is where you're going to see a med pack spawn at random. You can hop up here. You've got a couple of springboards that can either lead you to yours or to the enemies. Now, if you're Gnaw, you're going to actually want to put your little weedlings right over here. Now, you can put it on your other side, and that way you can actually spawn on there. What I'm thinking about is more of a courtesy sort of thing. If you're going to be stealing creeps, which already can cause problems for your teammates, I killed them. Oh, and there's the respawn you can actually see. If you're going to do that, try to inconvenience the people on the opposite team rather than your own team. Like I said, it's a courtesy thing. If it's a strategy that helps you win the game, then yeah, go ahead. But honestly, I just think it's rude to essentially be screwing your teammates over just to service yourself. If you're going to do that, you better be a damn good nod. Oh, there it is. See? There's our little your patch there. Health pack. Now, this guy right here. This solar, remember, gold solar are only 5. There is absolutely no reason, and I swear to God, if I ever see anybody go under here, I will smush your ass with this worm. Okay, if you're on my team or anybody else's team, I will do it. Now, that's just me personally, but when you're leaping around, it's so easy to just like, boom, oops, sorry, I just killed you there. This thing is an insta-kill, and going underneath here, not worth the risk. It is never worth the risk. You're going to lose so much more than you would gain from that any of the solar that's dropped under there. Because remember, we're talking about 60 and 30 solar per person on the opposite team, respectively. There is no cause, no reason anybody, unless you spike dive across it, that you should be under there. I cannot stress that enough. And seeing people that just go down there like a derpy derpness, just don't. You make Mr. Patchworth very upset. You wouldn't want me very upset, because I will chomp your ass. Go on, come on. Oops. Crap. Bonk. Alright, whatever. So, not really much to talk about. The other levels have sort of given you an idea of how things are laid out. A lot of maneuverability for this level. Boing. It's pretty fun. Really, the worm is the biggest problem I'd say you'd have to look out for. And since we've already gone over the basics and how to play the game with the other levels, so if you're confused by anything that I've left out, the information's probably in the last 2, so go ahead and check them out. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Since we've covered everything else in the previous episodes, let's just continue on and check out the last current level. And before I do that, here's a couple of in-game options you can have while you're playing. You can also check out achievements and the announcer. There's I cannot remember what his first name is, but it's Zork's dad and Susie. I actually have the Susie one on because this guy's voice really annoys me. So Susie's is much more amusing and much more soothing. So you can change that. There's a couple of announcers available, including our good buddy Voltar. Oh, by the way, check this out. Disco. Okay, let's go on and check out the last level before we call it a day for this one. Back to the practice mode. And here we go. Aguilion? This is actually Leon's home planet, which you'll actually see in the theme of the world. These are unfortunately the only 4 that we've got available right now, but when the Starstorm stuff is actually completed, we'll actually get a chance to play on the Starstorm station itself. So that hasn't been finished just yet. We do have the new characters and a lot of the new loadouts and whatnot. But for right now, these should give you enough variety to keep a lot of these gameplays interesting. At least I've got 300 hours under my belt and I haven't gotten bored yet. So Voltar, Yeah, let's go ahead and do Witch Doctor Voltar. Nothing new here. All right. So, this one's pretty complicated. I still haven't quite mastered this one. This is a really pretty level. I'm a big fan of the color purple. And once again, the Stealth Orb. That is going to be our, I guess, our ace in the hole in this level. Store, just like normal. Base, same place. And boing, that one sort of sends you across here. So we've got 2 turrets here on the top. We've got our little creep set up right here. Once again, this is a great place for weedlings if you're Gnaw. And we've also got 2 turrets on the bottom. A little more complicated than Aguilion. Something to bear in mind, this whole level, since Leon is a stealth character, stealth plays a very huge role in this particular level. Watch this. Bloop! Yay! Now, I am actually invisible to other characters and can be used for... Ah, darn it. Gotcha! You stupid bastard. Okay. Now... Oh, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I think it's kind of obvious that other characters can't go past these turrets. Some energy attacks can, like I said, but other than that, no, they can't. So, stealth. There's a couple of pockets of invisibility that you can actually hide in to keep yourself undetected from the other characters. One of them being right here. Nice little hidey hole. We have a big guy right over here, which, surprise, not only a very large hidey hole, but also has another creep that spawns in here. Also, bleh, spat out by a lizard. We've got our like little platform to lift us up here. Uh-oh. Okay. Up. Come on, friend. Come on, friend. Yep. Yep. All right. Bonk. All right. Come on, guys. Come on. Help me out. Flop. Okay. Now, up here, another one with another health pack right up here. You see a lot of people kind of like lounge up in here, especially when you've got a character who's like, let's just stay up here, and then you can attack the turret pretty easily. Boink. I'm going to go invisible for a bit. And the last one is actually down here with another health pack, or health tank. So as I said, lots of places to hide down here. Now if you're Coco, I know I usually do Gnaw tips, but if you're Coco, you can actually hide here and sort of shoot people above, and it'll pass through these levels, and you can actually take out big chunks of characters, or you can actually, go underside and attack people here behind the turret. It's a real sneaky way to cause some serious damage. And that's basically it for this one right here. All the levels sort of play out the same. You do have little springboards here, boink, on both sides. And other than that, the level is really no different than anything else. It's probably the largest of the levels that we currently have. And, pretty basic. So this episode's probably gone on pretty long, so let's... Whoa! Let us go for one more invisible romp. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha, blop! Woo, I'm gonna die. So yeah, that's it, guys. This one, that's all the levels that we currently have. When Starstorm drops, I think I'll continue this series and give you a pretty decent overlay on that one. And until that, we'll just continue on doing characters and probably... Well, I think characters is pretty much all we've really got left to take a look at, guys. So that'll take a while to get through everybody. But until then, we're going to pause it here. So thanks for joining me. If you like this series and you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what I do. And until we see you again, cheers all.